Hello, my YouTube friends. This is John from Left Handed Models with a little allergy problem this week, so I'm choking. I'll try to be clear, and I hope my volume is a little better this week. I'm, experimenting with different places for the microphone and things like that with the new phone. And I noticed on my last video I was washed out, so I think the camera was recording too much light when I had it pointed at me. So I've tried to change that a little bit. This is an update on my USAC group build, and I am so glad to, let's see, King Bob Buesking, I think is his last name, and his channel will be linked in the description. He had to apologize because he did his final on his USAC group build and had to apologize for it. I happened to watch it, and which made me remember I cannot post my final. So this is my update, and I've got the second paint job on it now, so I'll show you what's going on with it. And I forgot to mention thanks to Fred Henry for selecting this car. I did have one of them in my stash, and I did a test fit because that's why I talked about the second paint job. And when you do research, it doesn't hurt if you pay attention to it a little bit. This picture I've had since I started the build, and you'll notice no side marker lights, no gills, and the bodywork goes around the same size as the tires. And I had slicks for it with similar wheels, and actually they are center lines, they're just chrome, and I'll have to fix that. And it would fit. And so I looked at this picture and, oh crap. So I had to hog out the here, let's move this. Had to hog out the wheel wells so that the tires will fit. Removed all the emblems, which, there's a Camaro emblem there, there's a Camaro emblem there, which you can sort of still see. The gills I filled, they're not too bad, and of course I radiized I think that's called radiization, the wheel wells. So I've done multiple fixes now, and thanks to Hunter Self, who is Glenn's grandson. Glenn Self was the builder, owner, and driver most of the time, as I understand it. Now, Hunter sent me some pictures very recently. He's had a hard time getting time, like a lot of us do. This picture is of the car with the engine in it that won the 69 NHRA Nationals. And I think he won the class he was in, which looks to be F or H, modified production. And 2 4-barrels. They look like 650s Hollies, and which you might think is a little bit of overkill for a 6-cylinder, but a truck option in the late 60s was 292 6-cylinder, and it was torquey. And if you bore it out just a little bit, you can see where you can get 302 cubic inches. And there's lots of 302s out there with 2 4-barrels, 650s. They just have to be jetted right. And so, but I was able to see, the water hoses and all of this, and the fact that the heater core and motor and everything is gone, and it's flat over there. So that's one thing. Let's see, it still has the horns. I don't think it has power brakes, but I can't really tell. But I do know that a power brake booster won't fit with this engine in it in the model. So I have to do something about that. I'll probably just use a master cylinder. Let's see, what else did I find out recently? Oh, the seats. Glenn happened to mention, because I asked the color of the interior, and he happened to mention that it was red, like the outside of the car. And these are the seats it had, and they are from a Renault Jolly. And as you can tell, they're steel frame seats with the wicker inside. And maybe you can't tell because I needed to bring it closer. There we go. And so, not having any of those or finding them in resin, I built some. And the passenger seat's a little lopsided, doesn't quite sit flat. Driver's seat came out really good. They are paper clips covered with this stuff. And I don't, here, let's see. There we go. And you still can't see it very well. That's something I don't know what it is, but I've had it for years. Knowing that because of the size, it was going to come in handy someday. And sure enough, when you coat it with Mod Podge, it still has the design, but you can't really see through it, sort of like wicker would be. And then I just painted them red so that they match the rest of the interior. The steering wheel was all chrome, and so I took the chrome off the outside and made it a wood. Let's see, I created the seat belts. The material is, what's that called? Ribbon Boutique, and it's just a Walmart real narrow ribbon. The Hunter said that the roll bar was a simple roll bar, and he called it a Lakewood roll bar, which is probably the brand. And I couldn't find what one of those looked like, but I had a simple roll bar, so that's what it has. Also, in my first test fit, I found out it was too tall, so I had to shorten it up a little bit. But it's looking good for an interior. The engine has I had to make the 4-barrel manifold, and I used the headers from the VCG Resins kit. The transmission mounts right up. Drive shaft is the correct length, and 4-speed link is just beautiful. That's a VCG Resins coil, Excel coil. So I painted it Excel colors, and there's a oil filter down here that has a decal on it from VCG Resins. Let's see what else I got going on here. I put the fuel line in to the fuel pump, and what I found is that these lines over here look to be the brake lines because they go to where the rear end is. This line over here goes to the fuel tank. So I went ahead and just plumbed this right here. And then there, you can't hardly see it in the picture, I bet. But right there, there's the vacuum line for the vacuum advance. It goes to underneath the front carburetor. And the fuel line goes to a fuel distribution block, and the two lines to the carburetors. And the reason I did that was because they're obvious. They're right there out in the open, and it wasn't really hard to do. The primary carb comes in the high performance V6 from VCG Resins, as does one of these, and essentially the stock valve cover, because that's what the engine has on it in the picture. So luckily I ordered 2 of those engines because I used the carburetor off of the second engine and the little, let's see, I guess it's a oil breather cap off the second engine. So I had all my parts. The intake manifold is made from a piece of square tubing. It's what is that? I think it's that wide, and it looks just like the one in the picture. It's just a square box with the tubes on it. So I'm real happy the way that came out too. That was a little nerve-wracking to begin with because of needing it. had to find one. Oh, just build it. And so that's just about ready to go in. I have decals for it, and since you can't print in white, because we did try it, and I've had them printed. My wife printed them in gray. I'm going to be cutting those out as single letters and putting them on there. And these I'll cut out as single words to put on there. The scoop, I've left red because I like it red mostly. It may have been red. And that's the thing about when you start looking at cars on the internet, especially race cars, you'll find, oh, look, not near as many decals, different wheels and tires, and the wheel wells haven't been changed yet. Well, you keep looking, you'll find other wheels and tires. So it depends on, depends on the time period you're building the car for. And so I just picked the things I liked, and they're all on the car. And Glenn died just last year, or was it 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. And his wife died just last year, like 2 months before I started working on this. But I was able to track down his grandson, Hunter, who's been a big help. Excuse me. It's my allergies. And so I'll be completing this up, and I'm going to be out of town, so I'm going to have to complete it before the 11th, and I'll put it on a, what do they call it, a schedule, so that it won't come out until the 15th. So, excuse me. If you like my videos, please give me a like and a subscribe. And if you want to see the final, please stick around for my final on the 15th. And let's have to see what it looks like when it's all put together. And thanks to all my subscribers. I don't thank them enough. And thank you if you subscribe. Bye.